Today I'd like to give you a tour of my vegetable garden as it's being dismantled for fall and some of the improvements that we've made over the course of the season. That's Mora. Here we have the compost bin that Adam created for me using scraps of wood from our dilapidated fence that we took down and since replaced. So there's the compost, and it's been nicely added to by the use of our shredder. This used to be our tomato beds, all raised beds, square foot gardening intact. In the back beds, we have some peppers and some zucchini that are now well past their prime, and some beans. Notice our creative trellis work. We like to recycle a lot and use whatever we can before we throw it out to the curb. Towards the back of the garden, we've got this huge grape tomato bush, which has overtaken just about everything that can possibly be overtaken. And in the back, with our theme of bed, is a wicker headboard that I found on the curb. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? In the middle of our garden, we have a trellis that I've been using to grow beans. Next year, our plan is to double the size of that trellis, okay, into this area, and grow all of our lighter climbers, peas and beans, on that trellis. It really does make a lovely effect and a nice centerpiece for this part of the garden. Moving along, as we're dismantling, here is the remnants of my potato bin. Okay, this season I tried potatoes. Okay, if you see the picture that I posted onto the site, they grew in this bin. Okay, all ready to be cleaned out and stored for next year. And I got a couple of potatoes. Not bad for starting and the first time trying out. This is what's left of my circular garden. Okay, one wild tomato growing and still producing a few tomatoes, so I'm reluctant to pull it out right now. In the back of the garden, okay, I have some peas growing right now, but next year this is going to be our tomato bed. Okay, all the tomatoes are going to be transferred into this bed to keep them from looking like this, I hope. Or at least it'll be in one place. A few pots with some arugula, lettuce, petunias, don't forget to attract your bees. And this is where our improvements have come this year. Okay, from our tree towards the garage, we've got some bushes that I've transplanted into a nice little border. Put up a little trellis. Okay, and this is a problem. This is where the deer got to my sunflower bushes. Beginning the path. Okay, my butterfly bush, some more peas, and this will be next year's pumpkin and zucchini patch. Progressing along, we have another path that we put in ourselves. Our second compost heap of grasses and shredded leaves. What used to be a patio area is now a nice little relaxing work area. That table over there that's now covered with garbage is what I use to do all my potting on. And moving along, we've cleaned up this area for our winter storage. Nice and neat. Here are some other pictures that you may have seen on the Garden Inspiration site. An old garbage can, recycled now for the purpose of storing my upright posts. Holes in the bottom allow for drainage. Okay, bricks allow for air circulation. An old tray from an old refrigerator that is going to be used for a trellis next year, and all the rest. This is an old card table. The top fell off, so I used the table to keep my wood up and off the ground, allowing for air circulation and nice storage. And the bricks, as you can see in the back, all piled up nice and neat. Alrighty, tarps went on the wall, so we're trying to use space as well as using our garden. And inside my new shed, well, it's an old shed, just been refurbished. My purple door, all of my fun gardening stuff hanging up on the walls. all the way across, nice and neat and organized for easy storage and easy getting to, if that's even a word. Still needs to be straightened up a bit, but there we go. That's all my stuff. So from the garden shed, looking out, all the way from the patio to the new beds, to the not yet existing beds, to the garden that I started with. This is Garden Inspiration. Thanks for joining me.